Howdy, stupid. I hope you're all staying as stupid as you can. Keep being stupid. I love being stupid. I love standing out from the crowd. Everyone is so boring. So being stupid makes things more fun. It's even more fun because nobody can handle anything. People are all so boring and overly uptight and offended over everything, so it's fun to screw around with them and just watch them get all butthurt like, you're a bitch. Anyway, I digress. I want to talk about, in this video, we're going to talk about sunscreen. It is that time, at least in the desert anyway. Like, there's some other parts of the country that's probably still snowing. I wouldn't be surprised. And of course, in Arizona, it's already summer. Got the AC on full blast because it's hot. It's hot. Why does it always gotta be so hot all the time? Anyway, equate sunscreen. Now let's talk. I want to talk about the SPF sun protection factor. I'm assuming. I don't remember exactly. I think it's short for sun protection factor. Now, like the short version. You don't really need an SPF higher than like 30. 50 is probably the go-to. Like, I'd say it's the best overall, but if you look at other SPF that goes up to like 100, it really doesn't make any difference. So this one is SPF 50. I've tried SPF 30 and SPF 50. They both work pretty much the same. I usually just go with SPF 50 because it's a little bit more effective. But honestly, anything above SPF 50, it's not going to really make any difference. The most important part is remembering if you're going to be outside for several hours. The important part is to remember to continue to apply more, like every couple hours at least. Apply more sunscreen, because that's what a lot of people don't get. They think that, I'll get like SPF 100 and they'll just put it on once and then they'll be outside all day and they still sometimes they still end up getting sunburned. You're supposed to put this on multiple times. Like, if you're going to be outside all day, then it doesn't matter. It could be SPF 10 or SPF 1000. It's going to wear off eventually, and then if you're still outside and it's broad daylight, the sun's beating down on you and you're not in the shade at all, you're probably still going to get sunburned, like especially if you're prone to getting sunburned. So with this one, I got the kids sunscreen because I was looking for a mineral-based sunscreen because the chemical-based sunscreens are a little bit more, they're kind of toxic. Like, it's not really a big deal, but it's one of those things where I kind of prefer a mineral sunscreen, which is titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. The difference between mineral sunscreen and chemical sunscreen is that the mineral sunscreen is non-absorbent. It basically acts as a mirror. When you put it on your skin, it's like a shield. It shields your skin and it reflects the sun's rays off of your skin. With the chemical-based sunscreen that has all the chemical ingredients in it, instead, it absorbs the rays into the chemicals, but the chemicals also absorb trace amounts into your skin. So it could be bad. It could be a little bit unhealthy to do that. Like, if you do it every day over the long term, then it could potentially be bad for you. Because like with titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, since these are minerals, they're non-absorbent. So you can put it on your skin and it doesn't absorb all the way down and go into your bloodstream and all that. Because that's the whole point of it, is that it's supposed to stay on the upper layer of your skin to reflect the rays off. As far as how effective are they, like what would be better, a mineral sunscreen or a chemical sunscreen? Which one would be better as far as like deflecting off the sun and keeping you from getting sunburned? They're both pretty similar. I really couldn't tell you which one is better or the other. But as far as if you're looking for something that would be healthier to use, especially long term, I would definitely recommend a mineral sunscreen. The best way to tell if it's a mineral sunscreen is that it says right here that it's free of all those chemicals. But just look at the active ingredients. It'll say titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. I would like it has to have at least one or the other. I prefer to have both because there's different UVA, UVB rays, and they both block the rays off more effective than the other. So it's just personally, I feel like it's best to just have a blend of both of these so you get the best of both worlds, and it's typically the most effective. When I picked this up, I noticed like they had different packaging. Like they're both on the same shelf, but I'm guessing this is the new packaging because like one has an icon that says reef friendly and the other one doesn't have that. So I'm guessing they're still trying to phase out the older packaging, and there's eventually this is going to be like the standard packaging, because especially on the back too, you see on the top the old packaging has yellow, this one is black. So yeah, this is all black text, and this one is basically like, you know, see some yellow and kind of a blue color. I don't know why they would make it black. I feel like this one honestly looks a little bit better. It looks a little more colorful. It matches the front. See how the front are the same color, blue and yellow? Basically the colors of the sun and the water, ocean, pool, lake, wherever you feel like going swimming at. So I don't get why they wouldn't keep the color of the text like this instead of like this. It just seems a little bit more bland looking. That's just my opinion. But these are both the same exact thing, just slightly different packaging. And the only real downside to using a mineral-based sunscreen is knowing that the active ingredients are non-absorbent. So it does tend to have a kind of chalky feeling, like a greasy kind of feeling. You're gonna see like some white streaks on your skin. When you put this on your skin, it tends to do that, especially if you happen to use a little bit too much. Then it does take a while for that to go away. Sometimes it doesn't go away at all. It leaves like a white residue that can be a little bit messy. If like, you know, you get into a car or something, you might get it on other things, and it's just a little bit messy. So the only real way around that, from what I've seen, is just use this in moderation. Don't use a lot of it. Just use just enough to cover your skin so you can block out the sun. Keep in mind that sunscreen isn't always going to guarantee, because you never know if you're going to miss a spot. So in addition to sunscreen, if you want to avoid getting sunburn, you should have common sense. Do like a bunch of other things, like stay in the shade, wear a hat, you know, wear long sleeves and all that. Just try and cover your skin as much as you can. But it's like if you're going swimming, like most of the time when people wear sunscreen, it's when they're going swimming. So in that case, you really can't do much. All you can really do is just, if you're just going to the pool, I mean, who cares? It's not, you're just going to be out in the open at the pool, so it's really not going to matter. So in that case, I mean, I would still try to conserve the sunscreen, because I think this was about $5 or $6 for a little 8-ounce. It does last a while because, like I said, you don't need a lot, but it is a little bit pricey. Some of these sunscreens are like $8, $9 for a little bottle. So use it wisely, but also use it consistently. Anyway, stay tuned for more stupid videos. See you, farts.